you had a look at the manufacturer's recommendation, and they said in the binary cam, that you have a problem if it's out of line. So how did you check that it was in line?
So I checked if the cams are in line using an arrow. So line the arrow along the edge of the cam.
Yeah.
Look down the arrow shaft and see where the arrow is pointing.
Yeah.
In relation to the bottom cam. And do the same on the opposite side.
Yeah.
And it should be, arrow should be pointing at the same point either side of the cam.
Side. They recommended in relation to the arrow spine to find out exactly what the arrow spine be based on the speed of the ball.
Yeah,
so the maximum speed on that particular bow, they said check the arrow off that particular speed. So what was the speed?
So the bow rate in this bow is 325 feet per second.
Yeah. So what you done was then you check the arrow off that.
Yeah.
So your arrow that you should be at either a 349 or what should it be, a 328, 349?
It gives two ACCs on that group, so 328 and 339.
339.
Yeah.
And then you have a
carbon. And carbon one was 500 in the same group.
And that is the arrow that goes best out of that particular bow now at this stage. So your bow is completely in tune. So the only thing now you've got to do then is work on the biomechanics of how you're shooting. So we know the bow is 100%. We have the arrow all set up, and we know exactly what the situation is. So the paper test, how did that go? We've got to go through in the paper test.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's it. So we start the coaching now. So we can't say anything about the bow now. We know that the bow is shooting really very, very well. So now we can get on with actually having a look at the biomechanics and the coaching with John. So we'll start that now. Okay, thank you. Okay, get into line and get your stance right. Okay. Okay. Now move your pelvis forward. What you're doing is your shoulders are over your heels. Move your shoulders over your instep, like so. You're in that position. And then you're straight line, so there's a straight line down between your head, okay? And your body, okay? So take your time. Now, what do you want to do at this particular stage? You want to start breathing from the diaphragm. And concentrate on not lying back or moving when you're pulling the bow into position. So don't go back on your heels. If you're moving anyway, move forward into the bow. So you're coming past the bow. Do you understand that? Okay. Load up. Now, at this stage, move your pelvis forward. So moving your pelvis forward is that. And keep your back straight.
Yep.
Okay? Okay? Now, head position. You right? Okay, lift up into it. Now hold your shoulders strong. A strong pull. Now hold steady. You're losing tension. Keep pulling on the back. Keep pulling on the back. Go when you're ready. Now you're losing tension. You're collapsing into the shot. You have to maintain. So what you're doing is you're pulling with your bicep instead of your tricep and elbow. So what you're doing is, to a certain extent, if you can watch me, I'll show you this when it happens. I can see here, see on the thing. What you're doing is that instead of that. It's the movement should be that way. What you're doing is you're pulling with the arm in, and with the result, you're losing tension on the back. So try another one now, and you'll see what the difference is. So if you want to move that side up so that you don't have to come down, that the side goes into, you want to move your side up a bit. Is that set for 18, yeah?
I can't remember.
Just go up a bit. Give you what you got, a bit of more room on an 18, you know? Okay. Right. Now hold your pelvis That's it. Your shoulder's in good line. Okay, come through. Okay, anchor up. Now hold on the back now with your elbow and shoulder and let go. That better?
Mm.
Now the release was much better that time. What you're doing is you're losing slight tension on the shot. Okay? You're collapsing a little bit. You've got to hold strong into it. Now this time, the next shot is, don't lift your chest as you're pulling. If you lift your chest as you're pulling, what will happen is you shorten your draw. And with the result then, you'll move your neck forward. So keep your chest low as you're drawing.
Yeah.
And roll your elbow just a slight bit more up. You're slightly off on the elbow. Instead of the elbow being vertical to the ground, it's slightly that way. So roll over a little bit so you get a 45-degree on your knuckle, holding in. Now watch your stance, watch your balance. That's it. Now concentrate on your back shoulder and elbow and execute the shot. Okay? Where was the pin that time?
I wasn't paying attention to that. I was focusing on the back.
Yeah, well, do one and get the pin right this time. Hold a second. Yeah. And you know, you want to be getting into the middle and holding in the middle. You've got to be able to concentrate on your back and still hold the pin in the middle. You know? Now, you're lying back on your heels again. You've got to keep the weight off your heels.
Yeah.
Small bit off your heels. In other words, stick your backsides just slightly out.
Yeah.
Like, in other words, get your shoulders over your instep. So your shoulders should stay over on the instep and then lift up into it. If you're steady enough, hold steady and draw in and see what happens. Now, roll your elbow. Watch your elbow this time. Now take it easy. Now get your elbow right on your bow arm. That's it. Now relax, relax. That's it. Much better. Straight through. Get the pin in the middle. Now get the pin in the middle. Hold the pin in the middle. Come on, pull. Hold strong with your elbow and shoulder. Beautiful. Now, your release came right back in a line. It didn't come out. Okay, so again, if your elbow is here like so, the release comes this way. So what we're looking for is to get that elbow behind the arrow. Your elbow has to be behind the arrow. So what I'll do is I'll have a look at the back and see exactly where you are on that. Okay, another shot. Now think of your shoulder and your elbow on the draw.
Yeah.
And hold your stance. Just get your shoulders over your instep. That's it. Lift up. Now get your elbow right back. Now right it back in behind it. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Now hold it at that. Pin in the middle. Hold strong. Go when you're ready. Beautiful shot. Now, your elbow is exactly behind the arrow. It's completely behind the arrow. So, if you'd like to move the camera so that we can show that.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a back view of his elbow, so that for further reference, he'll know exactly where his elbow should be, so that his draw length is perfect. To get him right behind the shot. It's not too far back past the ear, but he's using his shoulder and elbow, and he's shooting with his back. He's holding the back in. Okay? Now pull with the elbow and shoulder. Hold in. Hold in. See the back? Now look at your elbow. Perfect. Bang on. It. Get the idea?
Yep.
Okay. Now the only thing is, what I can looking at is there's a little bit of not holding strong enough on your front shoulder. Just hold stronger on your front shoulder. So we don't have to worry anymore about the shoulder and the pull as long as you pull into it. Okay? So
Yeah.
what I want you to do is do that, think about that at the start of the pull, then forget about it and concentrate on holding your shoulder steady and your arm steady and your shoulder down and execute the shot. But forget about the release. As long as you hold the tension on the back, forget about it and concentrate on your front shoulder.
Okay.
That's the bow arm. The bow arm. So try that now. I want to move we'll have to move the camera again. Okay. Lift up into it. Now remember what I told you. You're gonna hold. Your elbow is bang on. Okay. Your stance is okay. Get your shoulders over your instep slightly. Now hold strong on your and don't lift your chest as you're pulling. Now hold in strong. Come on, hold in strong with your front. Now concentrate on the front shoulder. Now concentrate on the front shoulder. Pin in the middle. Concentrate on your shoulder. Let the bow do the work. Perfect. Got the idea?
Yeah.
Understand that? So that's what you've got to work on. You've got to work on that shoulder. Concentrate on your back shoulder at the start. Get it right and forget about it. Don't try to think of too many things. If you're trying to think of too many things, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah.
Think of where the arrow is going to go. Don't be worrying about the target. Think about the arrow, holding strong. If you hold strong into it and you hold it on your back using your back muscles, and if from the video you could see that your elbow was completely behind the arrow, and that's what we're looking for. Your line or your anchor is not too far back towards the ear. It's almost under your right eye,
Yeah.
which is about fairly decent on that. So with the result, you're getting full extension without having to pull past out of line. So you're in line and your movement is good. So try one more with your shoulder and think about what I told you about your shoulder. And don't be surprised about the shot.
Yeah.
You know, don't be surprised about the shot. Don't blink on the shot. Hold steady. Aim through the shot. Keep looking at the target until the arrow hits. Off you go again. Now, anchor strong now. Get your elbow back, hold on your shoulder, pin in the middle and keep that bow arm up. Perfect. Now, that better?
Yeah.
Does that feel good?
Yeah.
Can you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay, that'll do. Work on that for the time being.
Yeah.
See how it goes. Okay. So you know now your bow is in perfect. The arrows are perfect. Everything is 100%. You got your pinhole. You adjusted your cams. You have no cam lean. Everything is 100%, and you have the right arrow. So the rest then is just all about your form, understanding your form and holding your form. Think about holding the shot. You know, don't be inclined to let go. The fact that you're only shooting a short time is you're going to have a little bit of shake.
Yeah.
Don't try to be too steady, because that'll only create target panic if you try to, because what'll happen if you try to keep too steady, the minute it goes too steady, you snap the shot off. Settle for the shake. You can never stop the shake. But as you get fitter, the shaking stops. It won't stop altogether, but it'll be a lot better than when you're only starting. Now remember, you're only a beginner with the compound, so you have to give yourself time. Give yourself plenty of time. Don't be rushing the shot. Settle for the shake. Watch your breathing. Hold strong. Settle for the shake. Hold on the back. Hold on the back. And then squeeze off the shot the best you can. Okay? And then you can't go far wrong. But if you try to hold too steady, what will happen is you'll stiffen up. And what will happen then at that particular time, the minute you think it's real steady, you'll snap the shot off.
Yeah.
You'll punch the shot. Okay? So that's what you're going to watch for.
Perfect.
Okay? Good. That'll do us for today.